Certain Affinity welcomes you to another Forge tutorial. In this video we'll be covering how to place trait zones and gravity volumes in Halo 4's Forge mode. Trait zones allow for base player traits to be adjusted in a specific area of the map, overriding the game type settings. Players can receive different movement speed, shields, damage, and more while within a trait zone. Using gravity volumes, Forgers can create areas with altered gravity and have it push players and objects in any direction. Gravity volumes can be stacked on top of each other for a stronger effect. To place a trait zone, hit X and select the Gadgets menu. Select the trait zone from the list, and then hit X to access the object properties. Here you can adjust the size and shape of your volume, but for now, take a look at the Trait Channel option. While you can place up to 16 trait zones, there are just 4 channels where you can alter settings. These can be accessed from the Start menu under Trait Zone Properties. You'll need to assign each trait zone to a channel, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, or Delta. Since this trait zone is labeled with the Alpha channel, any changes made in the Alpha menu will be reflected inside that zone. Change the zone so that it grants 2 times overshields, and then exit the menu to test. While trait zones are pretty straightforward, they can get a bit tricky when overlapping with each other. When the same trait is modified on 2 overlapping zones, the resulting effect will not add or multiply. Instead, there's an order which is followed which determines which trait zone is in effect. It goes Delta, then Charlie, then Bravo, then Alpha. So if Alpha was set at 200% movement speed and Bravo was 300, then the player speed would be 300% since Bravo is the dominant trait zone. This can be a bit confusing at first, but repeatedly testing and tweaking will get you the result you want. While trait zones can be used to alter player traits, gravity volumes can be used to alter other objects such as vehicles and grenades as well. To place a gravity volume, hit X and select the Gadgets menu, and then select Gravity Volume. There are 2 sizes here to choose from. If you select the object with INV, then the boundary of the zone will be invisible in-game, while the other option will have the zone boundary be visible like they appear in Forge mode. 1 gravity zone is enough to give a small amount of lift when jumping or throwing grenades, while 2 or more gravity zones will push all objects to the top after jumping. Note that you can overlap player trait zones and gravity volumes to fine-tune the amount of player gravity, but non-player objects will only be affected by gravity volumes. Trait zones and gravity volumes can be used to create some very unique Forge maps and game types. If you have a map or game type which utilizes these in an interesting way, let us know in the comments and we may feature you in a future video. From all of us at Certain Affinity to all of you,
Forge on!